Good morning from the square spiral garden. Look at my wild grapevine. It's grown up the thing over here and across, and you can see it's leaning again. I had this problem last year. It leaned away from the house and makes it difficult to get in to the garden. I have to duck. There's my stepping stones. Iris also making it difficult. Yeah, still haven't moved this guy. So I worked a little bit on the pathways this morning. About half the weeding I do just tends to be working on the pathways. It is the 9th of June. The mint is doing really, really well. And we're about 2 weeks away from harvesting it. Oh, Mariposa spotted something. Oh, it was a fly. Mariposa, you gotta get them bunnies. Get those bunnies out of my garden. Yeah, I found baby bunnies in my garden. It's not the first time. And sure, they're cute. They're just ridiculously cute, but they will absolutely, completely, and totally lay waste to your garden. And they're just animals. That's what they do. But I'm hoping that Mariposa will keep them at bay. So the big job a couple weeks ago was taking down the dead parts of the crepe myrtle here. It's going to recover nicely. Unfortunately, the asparagus keeps falling over. Even though I put this up to try to keep it in place. I accidentally cut down my clematis vine. I was really pretty heartbroken about that. I was pulling down grapevine that had grown up there. I don't need grapevine growing up the house, you know. And it severed the clematis. So what you see here is a kind of trumpet vine, which is native. So that's good. It grows those pretty orange flowers that look like a trumpet, you know, and that are good for hummingbirds. So I'm really hoping that these iris will do well. Yeah, we still got to take that thing down. Mariposa. But that's the side view. This is the south side of the house, which we don't pay much attention to because nobody sees it. Here's the wild part of the garden. These are in their second year. This is asparagus that I planted from seed. So I'm really pleased that these guys came up at all, and they're doing pretty well. I'm really tickled. Now I had planted them along here too. These ones did not survive. This one did. Here's some more. Here's another one. So in the future, you know, in about 4 or 5 years, I will have plenty of asparagus. This is a black-eyed Susan. Bunches of grapes that maybe we'll get to eat this year. More black-eyed Susans. There should be another asparagus in here, but I'm not seeing it. And then there's this guy at the very end and across the path. Does tend to fall over a lot. Okay, I guess I'm going around the outside of the garden this time. The hazelnut. So this is the bed that I worked this week. I put in spinach, not spinach, but okay, come on, think of it. Not artemisia, not arugula. Well, it's another kind of plant that they labeled spinach because apparently it grows. Amaranth. I knew it started with an A. So it's been in the ground a couple of days. So I planted that along here. And then here I planted some sunflowers. Hopefully they will come up. Here's the elderberry starting to set fruit. I can't really get under there easily, so I need to cut some of these branches, and it just makes me sad. Pruning makes me sad. So anyway, this is southern exposure. Right now the sun is rising, so to the east, and it sets over there in the west. So I'm hoping that this will get enough light, even with the hazelnut here. I'm hoping that this gets enough light here. We've got that mildew on the grapes again that causes them to turn brown. But it only affects about maybe 1 out of 10. I'm really concerned that we're going to just lose them to deer or raccoons again like we did last year. So I don't know what to do. And I'm not sure that the grapevines really thrive in this location. Being surrounded by the garden maybe keeps them too damp. So I'm starting to think maybe I need to, and this is an American vine. This is the Niagara, which is a relative of the Concord. And I'm thinking I might need to just take these guys out and get, what are they called? What's that native southern grape? Muscadine. I'm thinking maybe we need to do muscadines. I'm not sure if they do well in central Tennessee. But of course, with the climate getting warmer and plants' normal growing areas, you know, the weather's changing and everything. So it's hard to say what's going to do well. All right, I'm not going to try to go that well. Yeah. Oh, hey, look. Is that a spider web? I don't want to disturb a good spider. No, I don't see a web. But look at these flowers. Elderflowers are so pretty. And they have a very delicate scent. I have not done anything with this part of the garden this year. I tried to give away at church, tried to talk to my friends at church, like, anybody want some elderberry trees? This one is obviously in the second year because it's blooming. I've got to dig these guys out. All right, so this part of the garden now is getting more light again. Here's my other hazelnut, because the mulberry, I took the mulberry out and I wanted to see, well, golly, it's trying to grow leaves again. Okay, so it's not dead yet. I mean, it would be pretty shocking if it was already completely dead, because it's only been a couple of weeks. But yeah, we'll just keep working on this to take it out. Salvia's doing nicely. I've got some butterfly weed over here. That's come back from seed every year now. Next big project is to remove the mugwort here where Mariposa's about to dig in. Oh, look at that. All right. I just noticed we have our first deer damage. I thought I noticed deer scat in the yard. All right, they have come, well, there's also some sort of little critter growing on them. All right, the deer have come after my Jerusalem artichokes. I didn't know if they would wait until a certain time of year. I thought maybe they would wait until it got dry and things weren't green, but no. Things are really, really growing nicely. There's plenty of food everywhere, but the deer have returned. Yeah. So they were in the garden this morning. Right now they've affected 1, 2, 3, 4 of 5 of the plants, maybe 6. Okay, so What I did last year that was very effective, but kind of tedious, is I use my own urine. I mix it with rainwater. No, oh, is that a wasp? I got stung by a wasp yesterday on my birthday. And you have to pour it over top. It has to get on the leaves, and then the deer are like, ew, I don't want to eat that. So I guess that's what we do now. Our intention is to build a fence. I mean, that would be a difficult job, because to build a deer fence, you have to do, what is it? 8 feet. You've got to do 8 feet. Otherwise, they'll just hop right over it. They can hop over a 6 or 7 foot fence just like it's almost not even there. All right, I did a lot of weeding in the strawberries, and I've noticed that they are sending out daughters again. So I'm going to be working on getting some of those situated. I need to do a lot more weeding, but the mint is getting close to time to harvest, so I don't want to pull the mint out, and it's hard to mint. It's hard to weed effectively without pulling up some of the mint. It's everywhere. I am going to pull up, or at least cut back, the violets. I've been pulling this. This is the Asiatic daylily, which is a beautiful plant, but very, very aggressive. Also very, very easy to pull up. You're not the only one who's aggressive. Daylily. I know it doesn't look like the daylilies that you're familiar with, but that's its name. And I've told you before, this is my favorite weed, because if you let it take over an area, it will completely dominate it. I'll show you. And it produces pretty little blue flowers, which are not quite coming out yet, but it prevents other weeds from taking over. So this is Asiatic daylily next to the house. I can't grow food next to the house because the creosote from the timbers is going to be in the soil forever. So I just let the daylilies take over here. Here's the cannas. Here's the goldenrod. Maximilian sunflower on its way up. Obviously, a lot of other things are on their way up the wall. This is the eastern, let's see, this faces east or southeast. This faces southeast. The corners of the house basically point towards the cardinal. So we get a lot of sun on this side. I don't mind the, well, she's going after the garlic again. Mariposa discovered that garlic is like a dealy bopper and tasty. So she's been eating some wild garlic seeds this morning. But yeah, this is such a beautiful time of year. I'm really loving the garden right now. This is the garlic flower. This is the cultivated garlic, the leaf garlic. My project right now and ongoing is coriander seeds. Picking them green, and I'm going to try to pickle them. Wish me luck. There's a lot of them. I've only managed a few plants. I've gotten those plants, and I need to do all the rest of these. The pathway here is completely obscured by them. But take a look at this also. There's my chicory. I'm so tickled. I've been wanting to grow chicory for years, and it's finally taken. I think it's chicory. The flowers certainly look like it. All right, well, thanks for coming with me into the garden this morning. I'm gonna back up and we can take a look all the way around. So here's our mullein, apple tree, artemisia, yarrow, the mugwort that I'm gonna take out, the other apple, little bug on my finger, Mariposa in the middle. Yes, I still have the netting over the blueberries. The blueberries are still there. They're still, I think it slowed down their ripening because they're in shade, but at least the birds haven't gotten them. Got some, the white flowers are fleabane. All right, well, I hope that y'all have a good day. Be well.